So this is how to lose weight if you're type B with no workouts and no calorie counting. This is my story how I lost 30 pounds in 8 months. So here's me on the left and right, and the left picture is February 8th, 2025 at 234.6 pounds. And on the right side is me now at 204.8 as of October 18th. And so I did this and I didn't count any calories and I didn't go to the gym and I didn't buy anything. I didn't buy any supplements or powders or clothes or anything. Just I made some different decisions that I'm about to share. Um, the goal of this video is just to share this, how I lost this body fat naturally without tons of effort or willpower, because that really burnt me out in the past when I had to track macros and do a bunch of like weightlifting that I didn't really want to do every day, like squatting on a Monday. I didn't want to do that. So you don't need anything extra either. All you really need to know is this little energy equation. It's super simple, and that if you're in an energy surplus, you're going to gain fat, and the opposite is also true. So all we're going to do is slightly lower the income and slightly more of the outgo. And so for me, this really worked. Do what works for you and what resonates. So for me, I became more present when I was eating, and like how I made sure to like chew more, and I really paid attention to how I felt after eating. If something didn't make me feel good, I just stopped eating it altogether. But if it did make me feel good, then I would double down. So this led me to just really consuming one ingredient foods or whole foods, and drinks like 80% of the time. So pretty much just like water, fruits, vegetables, anything that came out of the ground or was moving. So like fish, chicken, meat, and I began to eat for nourishment. Um, I found that getting a variety of different foods was really helpful, and using like the crowd out method instead of like feeling guilty about eating like bad or whatever. Like if you want a cookie or like a sugary food, have it, but just strive to consistently eat more like vegetables and fruits more often, to crowd out so that you don't desire um, like cookies more often. And just kind of thinking about things like on a more like long-term basis. So I have a rule, and it's an enjoy life rule. And basically, I don't try to like restrict anything when I'm with family or with friends, or at an event. So like that is not the time to try to restrict. Like I never wanted to be in a situation again where like, it's like, oh, Thanksgiving, there's brownies out, there's cheese, there's whatever, and it's like, yeah, I'm not going to eat that or whatever because I'm on this diet or whatever. Like I don't think that's a time to restrict. I think that's a time to enjoy life. So that's my enjoy life rule. And on the outgo, I kind of decided to move into a more rigorous role. So like my job is land surveying, and I forever have been like on the instrument, and I decided to be on the front, which in short is just like a lot more physical labor and like hiking. So my job became more strenuous, which kind of like was my workout. I know not everyone's gonna have that choice, but if you do, if you can stand more, find ways to just like park further away and then walk. Just slightly increasing the energy you're expending will go a long way. Um, Walking is like I can walk forever. And a great way to walk forever is to have good shoes. I buy Brooks. I think they were like the Beast Brooks or whatever. Basically, like they were this orthopedic shoe that were meant for like heavier people that were having foot problems. And so I felt really good in those, and that allowed me to like walk forever. So I really enjoyed walking then when I had good shoes. So might try that. Zone two is just like getting your heart within like 60 or 70% of your maximum heart rate. Basically, you don't need to calculate anything. Um, I did initially, but it's basically getting your heart rate up a little bit, like moving around in a way that you enjoy, but still being able to hold a conversation. So this could be cleaning the house. This could be, I mean, doing yard work. Just you can be doing something productive that gets your heart rate up, but don't get out of breath, type of thing. So, so enjoyment and the compound effect. So whatever, it's this principle that I learned from Scooby, this like health, like one of the first like health YouTubers. And basically he said like whatever you enjoy, you will sustain. So it doesn't matter like what the perfect diet is, what the perfect workout is, like whatever you enjoy is what you will stick with and do. So it doesn't matter what's perfect on paper because we're emotional. So we just do what we like anyway. So just find things that you enjoy, whether it is working out or moving or eating, and you will just sustain that. So I have a quote here that's just like tiny strokes fell great oaks. And it's just like the theme that it's not some big event that you're doing, like where you go and you buy a membership and you buy protein and you buy, you know, gym clothes and you hang out with new people. Like I'm sure that would change things. I'm not going to say that doesn't, but I wanted it to be like subtle and with no effort. So um, I just changed a couple ways I was eating and I decided to move more, is essentially that. And Darren Hardy has this like little, I was really inspired by him when I was reading this book at the beach. And he said that he goes on to tell the story about like three individuals. And like this one friend, Brad, makes a small negative change. He consumes just 125 more calories per day than he needs. And the result over 31 months, this tiny daily extra consumption results in Brad gaining 33 and a half pounds. So if like you do the math and 3,500 calories is a pound of like body fat, this over 31 months comes out to be 33 and a half pounds. There was another person that ate 125 calories less and they lost that same amount. And one person didn't change, so nothing changed for them. So that's all we're talking about is just eat a handful of cereal less, and over 31 months, you'll lose this much. Now, depends how like motivated you are to lose weight, but less is more. Like it's really such like a subtle shift that if you can just if you snack in the evenings, change what you're snacking on or don't snack or change, you know, the amount of meals you're eating or the type of meal you're eating goes a long way. Um, so the lesson was like the weight gain is not immediate. It is a slow, almost unnoticeable, but consistent accumulation of poor choices. So I'll leave you with this. You can do this if you're looking to. Um, you already know what to do. If we all needed more information, you know, we'd all have like six packs and be millionaires, right? If we needed more information. So take baby steps and enjoy the process and focus on making ever so slight better choices incrementally. And my quote is we're all just a couple of small decisions away from the reality that we desire. So I hope this helps. It worked for me. So thank you.